I'm not waiting to say I love you before it's time to say goodbye.
These are lyrics by songwriter and Stamford native Frank Wainwright. He's just received the 2011 Songwriter of the Year award presented by the Tennessee Songwriters Association International.
You feel like you have arrived. They have a banner hanging out in front of the studio, right on Music Row, right across from RCA and Sony.
In October, Wainwright was recognized for his songs Thank God, cut by 10-year-old Hannah Faith, and You the Man Babe by Texas country singer Julie Ingram.
People call you up and they congratulate you, and people say, oh, make sure you keep talking to us, Frank, now you're a celebrity now, you know. It gives you validation that, you know, you did something that was right to do in your life.
Songwriting wasn't his first career, however. Wainwright ran his own locksmith business in Stamford for years. He now resides in Nashville, where he still practices his trade.
When I'm not doing locksmith work, I'm writing music. I'm writing music, or I go down to the Sirius XM radio station with my publisher.
Even though Wainwright knew he wanted to be a writer as a young man, he didn't pursue his dream until the early 90s, when life took a different turn. 1990,
the economy dropped out up here in Connecticut, and a lot of people got hurt who owned properties, and I happened to own several pieces of property, and I got hurt real bad, and I went through a bankruptcy, I went through a divorce, all in the same week. I put it all behind me. I said, get it going all at the same time and get it behind me. And my children were both grown up, so I said, let me do what I always wanted to do in my life, and I wasn't expecting anything to happen.
At age 55, Wainwright started taking trips once a month down to Music City, where he didn't know anyone.
I didn't even know I could write music until I went to Nashville, and it just so happens when I'm doing a song, the music comes to me.
But he had his one true goal in sight, getting his music into the right hands.
And when it got to my song, they listened to the verse and the chorus, and they stopped it. And there was two ladies from the A&R department of this record label, and they said, who wrote this song? Well, when they said that, I got a little shook up, and I started sinking in my seat a little bit, and finally I raised my hand enough. But instead they said, hey, we would like to hold this song. And that was the first one they hold, and I was hooked.
During these adventures, he met a producer named Jay Verne, who gave him his first home in Nashville.
I told him, I had no reason. I could move down here or I could stay there, but I have to have a reason to move down there. He gave me his house for over a year. He says, you stay at my house. He says, Frank, he says, I think you got some potentials here. He said, if you want to.
And ran into the CEO of RCA Sony Music, Joe Galante.
I said, you're the CEO and president, and you've opened a lot of doors for these people in the music business. He said, yeah, well, a few, you know, some just being nice to me. And I said, you know, Joe, I opened a few doors myself for a few people in the music business. I said, if there's ever a door you can't open, I said, I want you to give me a call. And at that time, I would hand him my card. Well, I could see in his eyes, this guy's saying, I must be a nut case, right? But as he read my card and shook my hand and he was walking away, he turned around and it said, Frank's Locksmith. He turned around and pointed his finger and he says, you got me, USOB. So he said, you got me. And sure enough, 2 weeks later, I got a call from the national promotional director for them. He was locked out of his automobile while it was running. And I went over there and they said, well, now how much is it going to cost? And I said, it's going to cost you a half hour to listen to some music.
Since Wainwright's start, he's met country stars including Reba, Lady Antebellum, Taylor Swift, and Keith Urban. He says he's always enjoyed country music.
I always liked the lyrics in country music, what they talked about, family and real life things. No matter where you go, my friend, remember, I love you.